Hey there, Liam. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Hope your practice has been going good this week. There are 3 things I want to talk about in today's video lesson. Number 1 being free stroke. We talked a little bit about it, but I want to go back through and make sure everything's looking good with that. That way we can start progressing, because we're getting that part in the book series where we need to really kind of monitor how we're progressing through that. Next thing, number 2, are slurs. I know we've done a little bit of slurs with our rock and roll, but we're going to do the Suzuki slurs. And that way, because that part of the book is coming up really soon, the next piece or 2. Number 3, I want to do a prep for a toy. I know you've already kind of played through that melody. I can't remember if you can play through the whole melody. I know you can play through the A section. So we'll talk about the B section prep that we'll do. Cool, man. Let's get to it. So first thing, free stroke. Like I said, that I know we already did the book one Twinkle, or sorry, book one Twinkle, or book 2 Twinkle. Or the right? What I want you to work on this week is, first thing, we gotta set the hand up right. Make sure you get into your guitarist wave position right here. Remember, this is flat up here. We're just gonna do this to make sure that we're moving back to where we should be. Remember, this is really important, man. Free stroke is like the number 1 thing when, like, I was a student and this was like, I had to spend like so much time just like redoing my free stroke because I had kind of a wonky free stroke when I got to school. I spent so much time working on it. So we want to make sure we do our free stroke right to begin with. That way we don't have to fix anything on the back end. So we have our hand like this, right? And we're going back towards, imagine the meat of the palm right here, your fingers right here, and you're going back towards that part of the hand, right? So we're going back towards the meat of the thumb. Imagine there's like an imaginary X back here next to your thumb, and you're aiming right for that right there. That's the movement. That's where we want to go. Right there, right? So back towards the palm, okay? Cool. So then what we do is we take our thumb and we put it on the 4th string. Index and middle are going to be on 3rd string and 2nd string respectively. So I'm going to move that up here so you can see. Thumb forward of the fingers. Index and middle here. And when I push, I do my guitarist wave motion back to the meat of the thumb. You see how I didn't do this? That's one thing. That's why I called you out on the Allegro when I caught you doing a free stroke right there. What I saw was this little picket motion right here, right? Anytime you're doing a circle motion back to something, that's like taking the long way to get. That's like going like, hey, we're going out in the mountains. Let's go to Kansas first and that'll be quicker. No, it doesn't work like that. You don't want to go around about to get to where you want to go. When you're doing a free stroke, you want to go directly back to the palm. Any sort of rounded motion like this is going to eat up time. And the time scales that the motions that we're doing will affect, we're talking really short amount of time between free strokes back and forth. If you're going around it, that's just going to eat up time, and then it'll slow you down. And as I know, you like to go fast. So if you want to go fast, man, practice that going like that first. Trust me, going slow in the beginning is going to help you get faster later on with this. So anyway, so we have it going back towards the meat of the thumb. And we have push in, back towards. Right, but at the same time, we're not trying to pick out this way. Right, like I said, that's what I saw when I was showing you that Allegro. I saw a bunch of this. I'm like, oh no, Liam, man, you're better than that. Right, so back towards the palm. And what we'll do, once you kind of get that down a bit smoother, or once we kind of work on it a bit more, we'll end up doing this little Spanishy kind of thing. Right? So cool. So work on that. Let's see what else do I need to say with that. Oh yes, the other thing too is that make sure the thing we did before, we put the feather in between your fingers. Do that because that's important. It keeps your fingers relaxed. You don't want to tense up when you do this. Like I said, tension will slow you down. So nice and relaxed. Right, put that feather in between. Right back to your palm. Cool. Also practice. It's always good practice just to practice that brushing motion that we did before. Remember, we're not doing that. Fingertips on the strings, and just brushing the strings right back to that X in the palm, right back to that, the meat of the thumb right here, like that. Right. So Make sure to put that in your practice too, because that's important. You're always going to establish really good in the beginning, and that's going to save you a lot of headache on the back end. Right? Cool. That's all I got to say about that on that number 1. Number 2, slurs. What you're going to do, this is going to be on strings 3, 2, and 1, right? 2nd fret, middle finger. You can just do your rest strokes here, your these things right here, right? And you do. And what you want to visualize on these is that you're rolling the finger off of the string, off of the fretboard. So when I do this, you can hear I'm literally plucking the string with my left hand. Right? Here I'm snapping that string off. So you have this. You strike the string and then you pull down, and it's like you're rolling off the fretboard like this. You should feel like you're rolling off. So 2, 1, 2. That last one I actually pluck in. So pull off and then play the note again on 2. Like that right there. And you can go up the fretboard. You can do like a. Right, you can do something like that if you wanted to. Just go up the fretboard and the strings if you get that kind of free time, which I did. So cool. So there's that. Also practice to either these 2 fingers here. Also practice this finger group here too, the 3 and the 4. On here, I'm going to go 4th fret and 3rd fret with my pinky and my ring finger. Pinky is when you want to train, right? And that's why we do all them pinky push-ups in the beginning. Now your pinky is nice and strong. Right, I got my thumb back here, right? My bunny, back in my bunny ears position. So roll that finger off. You should hear a snap. Hear that snap? Yeah, that's a workout. He's going on up and down the neck if you want to. So cool. So those are the slurs I want you to practice. Those are coming up soon. So remember, the big takeaway from those is that you hit the string, you pluck the string, you pop that off, you'll hear a snap, just like that. Easy peasy, right? Cool. Number 3 is a toy. Obviously, like I can't hear you play it now, but what I can do is give you the prep for it. This is in the B section. It is in this part of the tunes. Yeah. That part of the song right there. So B does a 1, 2, 3, do don dee da da dee don dee dee da dum dum bum. There it is. Cool. So there's that part of the song there. The trick for this one is the right hand. It actually is kind of tricking your hand also into playing into a D chord, but you already know your chords since you're doing the strumming stuff with me. You're doing the rocking stuff with me. So the first thing you're gonna do is on the first string, M-I. So you have M-I, and then you have M-I on the second string. So M-I, M-I, and then A on the first string, M on the first string. So A-M. So M-I, M-I, A-M. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. So you have M-I, M-I, A-M. So the first part of the song we had the mammy, right, which is comes back from the Bach tons. And then you have the mammy, M-A-M-I. So ba-da-da-dum. Oh, sorry, do a dragon there. Bum-bum. Right, this one's going to be M-I-M-I-A-M. So on the first string, M-I, second string, M-I, first string, A-M. So you have, to put it into practice, just the melody. So you have M-I-M-I, oh, sorry, M-I-M-I-A-M. There it is. So M-I-M-I-A-M. M-I-M-I-A-M. So get the melody down first, obviously. So there it is. That's it. So we have M-I-M-I-A-M is what I want you to practice. All right, man, that's that prep for a toy. Try to pick out more of the tune. We can do some of that more if you need help from the lesson, but you should do pretty good on that. So learn more of the melody for a toy, and then what we'll do is we'll keep on trucking after that. Cool. Any questions? You have your mom shoot me over a message. Hope everything works out okay. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to do your rock lesson, and then I'm going to send it all over to your mom. All right, man. I will catch you in a few minutes. Bye.